Hello everyone, welcome back to RCH Builders. So today we're back out here where we're doing this two-story addition. We weren't supposed to be back out here until they were ready for sheetrock and insulation, but the homeowner has requested for me to do some more work. So I was supposed to have someone else do the electrical and the plumbing and any kind of HVAC work stuff, but he decided he would like me to do it instead. So gave him a price, and now we're here to do that, all that stuff. So I'm gonna try and knock it out, hopefully really quick, and have this done today. So this exhaust fan here right now, because this used to be the exterior of the house, it comes through right here. What used to be the eave outside. Of course, now it's no longer is. Also, it's not supposed to be able to be that plastic. It's supposed to be metal coiled duct. So gonna have to replace it from the exhaust fan over and outside to where is now the outside eave. Then we will also add a new exhaust fan here over where the shower is. It'll be an exhaust fan / light kit, and we'll need to take that either out this eave or that side. It'll just depend on which direction it ends up facing when I decide. I have a feeling that it's going to go against that one there. Seems to be the best option, and that will determine when I put that exhaust fan up. Some of them will have it come out the right side, some out the left. Either way, it'll be a straight shot outside no matter which one of those it is. So it's not a big deal, but that's something that we'll have to do. That'll take care of the light. We do not need to put a switch in here because he wants to have it come on at the same time as the one that's in there. So we're just going to run a wire from that one to this one. Other than that, in here, in this room down here, the only thing we're going to do is in this corner over here. He wants an outlet on one of these two walls. Doesn't matter which one. And then we're going to have to run all this to the panel outside. It's going to be the easiest place to get electricity. And then we're going to go also, they put in the water lines coming over here to this shower. Those go over and then come down the wall for the shower here. But they did not put in any water lines going from here upstairs for the future tub going in there. So going to basically cut these, put a T in, and run over and up right around here. There's like a chase up above, and we're going to use that chase to get the water lines upstairs, and then from there later on, whenever he decides what tub he's going to use and everything, he'll go ahead and take them up through. Also, another thing is when they did the vent, this vent pipe right here comes down. They did not put a nail plate here or fire block this pipe. So I'm going to have to add that in as well. So anyways, don't have a whole lot of time for this right now. So I'm going to try and knock a bunch of it out real quick. We'll see how fast we can get all this done. He had said he was going to clean it, so I'm going to leave this down. This bulb is dead. It's no good anymore. But I'm going to leave all of this stuff part down for him to clean. and I'll put it back up probably after the sheetrock's all finished and everything. Alright, so you can see that the wire's no longer in there. That's probably about the most that you can see from that. But what I've seen is that the wire is too short. I can't get it to go that way to be able to make the connection easier. But I should be able to pull it out through here, this opening that's right above y'all, and be able to then fish the wire this way, the new wire this direction, make it up kind of right here, then pull it back and get it in the box. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm just going to pull it down, then I'll go out and get the wire, get it fished through, and we'll work on that. So what I'm going to do, there's already 2 wires in here, so I'm going to knock this one out and use this one for the new added wire. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find some 12-3. I should have some 12-3 in my vehicle. And then the whites will all get tied together. These will get tied. One will get tied to the black, one will get tied to the red. Now for the fun part, we gotta try to get it back in there. We can't see.
Dang nails.
That's halfway. Now I'm gonna try to get the screw in. That's the harder part. That was a really big pain in the butt because you can barely reach it, and then you've got to try and angle it just right. It's like basically almost impossible. Don't think you're gonna be able to see this, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wire this up. The way I'm gonna do it, what I normally do, again, all the whites will tie together. I'll tie the black from the 12-3 and one of the blacks to the black on here, and I'll tie the red and the other black to the blue on here. The blue is for the light, and the other, it goes to this white one and it goes to the light. And that way I'll know when I'm over there that the red is for the light and the black stays with the black for the thing. Alright, that's that part. Still have to, of course, hook it up to the other one, but we'll get to that. For now, it's just hanging in there. At least it gets it out the way here. So to finish up this exhaust fan, I'm going to get the duct started that way. I need duct tape real quick. Alright, then I'm going to go up there and we'll clip this back on. and I'm going to take the access and I'm going to send it towards the where the eave is, and then we'll have to go outside and drill a hole, and I'll come back in and actually send it out there. Way more here than we're going to need, but that's okay because we can use it on the other ones as well. That leaves more than plenty. So I can put it right there. And we can take the rest for another one. So now we're finished with this exhaust fan. It's fully completed what we needed to do. So now we'll move on to the next one. The next item, which is technically what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and put in this exhaust fan so we can take this wire to it. We'll be able to call that completed. Also, of course, use the leftover to take it out, whichever direction. Alright, so because these are I-joists, we're going to have to add a piece of 3/4 where the exhaust fan is going to actually be able to mount the exhaust fan level. Or plumb. It's technically plumb in this case. $71.5, so 35 3/4. which should work out perfectly. Because what that does is that allows the exhaust fan with the light kit to be almost centered over the shower bar that holds the curtain, so that it can shine light both in the shower and out here, because it's the only light for in here. So you don't want it just in the shower, and you don't want it just out here. If you get it halfway, that way it shines and puts light in both areas. This block is not any particular size. It's a leftover piece of scrap I had. It's plenty big enough for what we need. And it's just been used as a spacer. Yep. And so on this one, there's the screw I dropped. On most of them, the exhaust comes out the opposite direction as the wiring. On this one, they're both on the same side. I believe the reason they did it is because this one is actually designed to be able to be done as a replacement from underneath the room. So that way, when you have all your connections and everything, you can make it up and then just rotate it in. Because what's a real pain is when you have them on opposite ends and you're trying to rotate it in like that, it can be really difficult to not mess up the sheetrock. Need another Romex connector, and I need a 7/8 or 3/4 bit to go really just through this. There's a knockout right here I can use, but I need to knock this out and then use a drill bit to get through here. You do not want to drill too large of a holes. You want to make sure you pay attention to the specifications for it. 3/4, 7/8 is perfectly fine. Especially because this one is extremely oversized for what it's spanning. And then we'll have to drill our hole out that way. We might do that real quick because I already have what I need for that. gonna leave it there. That should leave it a little long until I get it connected. But I don't want to connect it until after the wire, because otherwise it might be in my way because of the wiring being on the same side. But I'll get it taped to this. Oh, I need to take this off. That's what I would like to do it. We'll see if it works. All right. I'm not going to staple that because I'm going to run that other wire with it and then staple them together. All right, so now that that's done, I'll go outside and cut this later, just at some point, just when I need it, when I'm ready for it upstairs. No big deal. In the meantime, we can hang there. But now that that's done, we need to get our new circuits in here. So for that, we've got the electrical panel. It's right here. And the nice thing, which you're not going to be able to see because there's too much stuff in here, but the nice thing is there's a chase above right up here that basically runs all the way through. It's going to go across this little hallway and then into that bathroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove a stick of 3/4 PVC up and through so I can use it as a chase, and then I'll probably pull it out afterward. But it'll help make it easier to shove a flexible wire across that hallway. If I try and do the wire itself, it's going to have to curl up, but setting the conduit through there and then setting it through that, then pulling the conduit out afterward will make it a lot easier. Right there. It's much easier than trying to get a wire across there, that's for sure. Worked like a charm. I'm not going to take them into the panel. I'm just going to drape them over the ductwork and above, right where the panel is. I don't want to take them into the panel until I am ready to actually make the connections, which will be after sheetrock is up. While we're in here, the water shutoff's right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off real quick. And then that way I can go ahead and make the connections for the water lines up in that other room after I drain a little bit out through the sink. So now we basically got a mess in here with these wires, but we'll fix that up real quick. I purposely left the one that I cut long. It's going to go up for the future hot tub and it's a handicap tub with jets, basically one of the walk-in tubs. So it needs electricity, but what I do not know is which side of the tub it will be on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely leave it long. He's not getting it just yet. He's going to get it later. So I'm going to leave it long and curl it up inside the wall and put it in a blank junction box with a blank cover, with plenty on the end of it so that nothing can happen, but it'll at least be up there long enough to get to whichever side he needs. The other one I still need to cut. But it is going to go all the way over and then down the wall over here. That'll be its first stop. And then from there, it'll go upstairs. I'm going to run upstairs and make a couple holes real quick. Alright, so should have the holes I need for everything, I think. I'm going to take the wire upstairs and send it down through the one hole. I made a hole basically over here, and that's going to run across and come down into this outlet here. While I was up there, I also took up the water lines and I sent them down. Don't know if you could see the electrical wire. Actually, I don't see the electrical wire. Oh, it's outside. So I have to go out there and drill through this way as well. I guess y'all couldn't see me put in that receptacle. That's done. The only thing I'll need to do, but I'm not going to do it until I'm done with everything else, is I'm going to still need to, I need a fire block there, and I'll need to fire block where these are coming down and where this wire goes up. But again, I'm not going to do that until I'm done with everything else, and I'll just do it all real quick. I'm pretty sure, I mean, y'all saw me do all this fire blocking and everything. It's the same thing as squirting a little bit of this stuff up in the holes or down in the holes, depending on which direction it is. Also, we'll need to fire block around these vents, but I'm probably not going to show that part. I'm just going to do it. So now I'm going to send this wire up through the hole I made for it, and these I'm going to make holes across here and tie it in over here. So I'm not sure where I can put the camera for that. Maybe I can put it here, and that might be the best I can do for y'all in this tight area. Alright, so now that we've got the downstairs done, we're going to get this up here ready. So of course that's the wire I sent down and then took across and then down below to that receptacle down there. The other wire that I sent up is right now curled up right here next to these plumbing pipes. So first thing I want to do is go ahead and take care of both the plumbing pipes here and the wire, because this is going to be the quickest, easiest thing. Just going to pull this out the way, make it easier, and so y'all can see better. So like I said, the reason this wire is so long is so that if the outlet will be on that side of the tub, they'll be able to run it all the way around without having to have a junction box. But for until then, because he said it might be a year, and it might be at least a year before he can afford one of those tubs. Those tubs are not cheap. So for now, I'm going to simply put this all extra wire in here. In the chase. Is that this is just to cap it off. It won't be used for quite possibly a year or two. After sheetrock and everything, we'll put a blank on it. We might put a blank on it before then, depending on how he does the sheetrock. These water lines, they're just up here. Same thing. It's just to get it up here, and then later, when he knows for sure where they will be needed, they'll get taken there to wherever the faucet will be. Whether it's going to be over here or need to go around, he'll determine that at that point. So for now, we're just capping them. And tacking them in the wall. I only had one of these, or it's what I would have used in this case because it's a don't know how long we'll be here. And I like to use these on my jobs when I'm going to be able to take them back. In this case, because it's possibly years down the road, I might not be the one who comes back, so I'm forfeiting that now. But I only had one of these, and the only ones they had at the store were the plastic ones. I do not like the plastic fittings. Now, we'll get the exhaust fan in place, figure out where it's going, get it in place, and send it out the eave. Yeah, see, I can't get that in there. Alright, so now that that's done, we are almost finished with everything except for, of course, fire blocking. What I'm going to do now is where this is coming up, I'm going to put an outlet there, I'm going to put a receptacle here, and going to put a switch over here, and that's where this 12.3 that's coming from the fan is going to go to as well. Also forgot we'll be adding a receptacle here on the other side of the wall. Alright, so that's all of those items taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this mess and then fire block real quick. Alright, so I've cleaned up the mess and did all the fire blocking both up here and downstairs. I'm just going to show up here. I did it here where it went down below, went where it went up when it came through from outside. I also, because this is open here, I did do it here. Normally that's not required, and it's quite possibly still not, but I did it anyway just to section this section to itself. Also did it, of course, around the plumbing pipes and the wire going down for there. So as far as today goes in this video, is where we're going to call it. This one's going to be done. One more day, I think, total all, and I don't know how long I'll make this video, how much I'll speed up, how much I'll keep at it. It might just end up being a long one, kind of showing a more full of, you know, trying to wrap this up. This took about a half a day, roughly total. A little more than a half a day, probably 5-6 hours total to do. Could have took a little bit less, probably, if I wasn't trying to video. But yeah, and possibly even less if I'd done it while here before, doing other things. But anyways, as far as this video goes, this will be it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section if you have a question or just some ideas of some things that you'd like to find out, maybe some answers about, try and maybe have some things, and I'll see you the next time.